Reagan Wilson, and I'm going to jump straight into my presentation. Let me just pull it up. And it is the Literature and Life Essay Summary presentation by, again, me, Reagan Wilson. And jumping into the topic and research question I chose, as we all know, this is really important to get a good foundation for your essay. So for my topic, I chose Views of the World as Illustrated in Poetry, and my research question is, how can poetry or literature bring up current events / important topics in the world today, and how has it evolved over the years? I wanted to make it a two-parter. And the reason I chose this topic was because I wanted something I could grasp onto and make it very interesting and structured and detailed. I think that's really important for an essay. And my research question is the same boat. I wanted it to flow very well with my topic so I could jump from topic to research question to topic, and so on and so forth. And that's the reason I chose those. And that goes straight into the introduction paragraph. With my hook paragraph, I wanted to inform the reader on both my topic and its question. I decided to bring up general society and how it's affected by the media, along with how poetry continues to give people that desire almost to stay current on what's going on around them, as well as keeping people in the know, in quotations, on how people portray art and the differences in their perspective. We're people, as a society, we're gonna have different perspectives, and basically saying how poetry has really grown as an art form and continues to prosper and beat the flow of time, if you will. And for my body paragraphs, I wanted to talk about poetry as a whole, starting with the intro and bringing it into the body. I wanted to mention how it can have a multitude of possibilities, especially in recent years. I made sure to tie in my sources that I researched, and I also found some that were more close to home for me. As follows, I used a bit of information on the LGBTQ plus topics and women's rights, feminism, stuff like that. And I connected these real life events with what authors write in their literature, which gave good detail on my topic and really made my essay flow really well, I feel like. And I wanted to bring up the current, new, recent world successes and improvements were also mentioned. I wanted to bring up technology advances in today's society, and I wanted to almost like set up the world's various achievements to give an idea of how poetry has grown through time. And then towards the end of my paragraphs, because I started with current events, I wanted to finish off with past events and that immediate connection to its literature. So, throughout my body paragraphs, I made sure to sprinkle in those sources that went with my topic very well, such as Rupi Kaur's writing for current literature in the world, all the way back to Emily Dickinson's work from the past and how they've changed, but the idea of the literature in the world stays current. And then for my conclusion, I wanted to wrap things up short and sweet, but to make my body paragraphs be that focal point. But I still wanted my conclusion to be powerful and kind of go with my introduction as being very hooky, very graspable, and from start to finish as having it be very engaging for the reader. So, in my essay, I basically tied in everything together and making sure my topic was lightly mentioned one last time. And my research question that I enjoyed curating was also mentioned at that end. And like I said, I wanted this to just be a really good, simple, but effective conclusion. And then for my wrap up, I wanted my essay to feel connected to me, bringing up topics that I find important, and my personal analysis on poetry helped make that happen. I wanted an eloquent but still approachable feel. Sorry, to the writing. I didn't want it to feel too wordy, too lengthy, but I also wanted it to really make a statement and really showed my improvement on my writing skills throughout the course because this is our final presentation and our final essay. I really wanted that to shine through. And I feel I did so with my wording and writing choices, and I feel I've improved immensely. And I feel like this was one of my best writings. And in conclusion, thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Thank you for reading my essay, and that's all. Thank you.